Hello, I'm here to talk to you today about something that's important, being a Democrat or being a Republican, and what the difference is. There have been two cartoon analogies of Democrats and Republicans to being no more than two fangs of the same snake or two heads of the same beast. Both of them will kill you. You want a pit viper or you want a cottonmouth? You want a water moccasin or do you want a Mojave rattlesnake? They don't get us either way. Okay? It has often been the mantra here in Tennessee. Vote Republican, vote conservative. But can we define what conservative politics is? I don't know. Let's examine the policies and the results of conservative politics. $7.25 minimum wage. Racist policies toward Latinos. Policies that profit off the prison industrial and jail industrial complex, leading to slave labor, which is condoned by the 13th Amendment, which reads, involuntary servitude or slavery has been abolished in these United States unless you've been convicted of a crime. Let's take the 13th Amendment. Next, let's take the Joe Crime Bill 1994, putting federal monies into prisons, incentivizing incarceration. Okay. Then, big old cash cow come up, thousands of Latino immigrants. Throw in some racism, throw in some greed, throw in a load of bullshit, and now you've got a brand new prison population. The hell with international law. The hell with U.S. constitutional law. Let's talk about the billions of dollars in taxpayer dollars going into federal prisons and jails and detention centers. And now, if you want to solve the immigration detention center problem, you do what Bernie says. Outlaw private prisons. That means there's no profit to be made by locking people up. When they can't make any money by them being in jail for whatever reason, it'll change some things. Okay, we got to keep that real. We've heard some candidates make that connection, Bernie especially. Now, Democrat Joe Biden, okay? Democrat Kamala Harris, prison labor problems, okay? Tulsi Gabbard talked about that, okay? So being a Democrat or being a Republican, if there's money to be made, especially in incarceration, anything like that, there's no difference, okay? Now, let's talk about conservative politics, okay? We're talking about here in the workers' compensation, or what I call workers' retribution laws, okay? Minimum wage $7.25, while employers paying $9 to $10 an hour. You get hurt on a job. This is conservative politics 101. Going to church, I'm a conservative. I'm a fiscal conservative when it comes to my donors, okay? Now, this is what they do. This is what we have here in Tennessee, okay? You get hurt on the job, okay? You got to wait a week before you get paid to see if you get back to work, okay? Then you make a 2/3 salary check while you're off work. Hope to God you have employer-based insurance, or you have sort of, and depending on if you get hurt on the job, when I worked at Walmart, they fought me from the corporate office over care that I required based on injuries I sustained on their job site. I recall it's December 2015. I'm straightening, glass plates in the Homeland department up here at 490 Greenway View Drive. Okay. Blades fall on my head. I get a concussion. I report this to management. My manager wants me to watch a video on safe work practices. I need a doctor, and I don't need your bullshit right now. I have a concussion. I go to the neurologist. I'm getting shots in the back of my head for pain. This is conservative politics. This is what Republican conservative politics does in Tennessee. These are Tennessee values, 100%. You understand what I'm saying? 100%. I mean, I heard in the job in the past, and the attorney downtown said the labor laws are stacked in the favor of employers. This is coming from an attorney downtown. I won't name names. Maybe I will. Johnson and Meeting Associate, right? But this is coming from an attorney when it comes to labor laws. Previous work-related injury, right? Different company. This is what we're talking about. Okay? If you vote Republican because you're Republican, your brain has been washed with Tide and bleached with Clorox. If you vote Democrat because you're a Democrat, you're equally as goofy. Okay? But you're right to think that there ain't much difference, okay, in the outcomes in your life. All right? Because corporate donors control major players in both parties, the DNC and the RNC, at every level. And they got their favorites. They're licking the stiletto toes of Elizabeth Warren's heels because she declared she would take corporate money. That means if they boost her to the nomination, they can buy her. She's going to ride off the Bernie ideology to get some votes. She's a fake progressive. You can slap progressive on a lunchbox and sell it, and that's what I saw a lot here in the area. You know, Hamilton County progressive, ran progressive. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You wouldn't know progressive if it jumped out of the sky, fell on your face, and slacked you and said Trump. You would not know what progressive meant. Policies make you progressive. Fighting gender identity politics for votes makes you progressive. Okay? A strong labor rights platform makes you progressive. Now, I remember Joanne Favor. She's your favorite representative. Okay, fighting the Republicans on their bullshit. Okay? Ray Charles can see they're full of bullshit. Now, what I was listening to here, and I did not, a platform that would reform the way elections are held in very high key areas like sheriffs and things like that. Judges, hyper-partisanship due to racial issues exacerbated by the prison industrial complex, but a very election system for these key areas because money is funneled into politicians. I have a serious problem with jail and prison labor money going into judges and sheriffs' pockets from their elections. I have a serious effing problem with that. And that affecting what program they put you in, and then if you can't pay, you end back in jail, and these people contribute to their campaigns. I have a serious problem with that situation. But that's conservative. That's conservative right there. Corruption. I mean, Proverbs 17:23. The wicked accept bribes and seek to revert the course of justice. We see it in our Supreme Court. Okay? They've got stocks in companies that they're rendering constitutional judgments on their future. What the hell is that? And they're being pushed through our Republican-controlled Senate because of the corporate interests that the judges themselves hold and our Congress holds. And that lifetime appointed justice becomes a verifiable nightmare because of the corporate interests that's pervaded our justice system, our legal system, our campaign finance system, at every level. I'm running for the mayor of Chattanooga, but you see, politics at every level affect every citizen. Okay, you're a citizen of Chattanooga, but you're also a citizen of Hamilton County, state of Tennessee, United States of America, at the same time. Okay, and I've been at several meetings with the political action committees, and said, worry about local stuff. And I'm thinking, you're stupid as hell. But someone from the Carl Dean campaign, it's like they're not paying attention. They don't think national politics affects us. Okay, so I'm tired of these low forehead morons out there. Okay, so Republican and Democrat ain't no difference. Not much at all. Okay, not a lot. The policies, the fight for democracy, the fight for economic, social, climate, and labor rights justice. That's the litmus test. The Truman Principle. The only people that make money in politics are crooks. Well, that's Hillary Clinton one-on-one right there. According to Truman, she's a crook. Trump is a fucking crook. 99% of politicians are crooks according to Harry Truman. And they're violating the word of God, these Christians, by taking campaign contributions behind closed doors and screwing us over.